Here we are at part 7, where we're going to pick up on our winning strategies to help you find a house and get it under contract. So the first one we're going to talk about is waiving inspections. Not something I recommend you do, but it is something that I am seeing buyers do. But absolutely, I am not an advocate for waiving your rights to an inspection. You can waive your rights to having repairs done without waiving away your rights to having a home inspection. It is so important that you have a home inspection so you really know what you're buying. Because even the seller may not know some of the things that are wrong with the house because they can't see through walls and they're not home inspectors and they're not, they just may not have been paying attention to their property, or they could be being dishonest and just not telling you about something. So it is definitely something you should not waive. You should not waive your home inspection, but I see people doing it every day. What I am seeing people do is waiving certain repairs. So when you do that home inspection, you could say, we're doing a home inspection for informational purposes only. We're only going to ask for safety related, or we're only going to ask for repairs related to a certain component of the house, like an HVAC or hot water tanks or roofing or things like that. Another strategy that buyers are doing is they're offering to pay some of the expenses for the seller. Again, it requires you to have a little more cash during the transaction, but maybe you offer to pay the seller's, closing costs up to $1,000, or you are flexible on your closing date, or flexible on the date that you can take possession of the property, allowing the seller to stay in the home a little bit longer to move out, giving them a couple of days of grace. I've also seen buyers offer the sellers a rent back. So maybe you close and then you rent the property to them for either for some money or for free for a month. Talk with your lender about that, because depending on the type of loan you have, they may restrict how long you actually can allow a rent back situation. And really, the list of things that you can do is pretty endless. Realtors and buyers get so creative in this market to try to find ways that is going to help the seller and make their offer stand out, and make because sometimes it's not all about the money for a seller. Sometimes it's more about the terms. A safer transaction, a smoother transaction, one that's going to give them a little more flexibility on moving out, less repairs, things like that. So I definitely recommend that you have your real estate agent talk to the seller's real estate agent and find out what's most important to that seller. And if you can accommodate them, write that into your offer and highlight that as your offer.